Desmond Hart, not Ragnar, Desmond Hart.
Harvester, transports, everything. The attack on Arrakis. It wasn't Fremen. They were insurgents from your own allied worlds. The equipment they used was from off-planet, and they were trained in our ways. Once a harvester ejected his payload of spice, their ship collected it. It was theft.
He's saying the truth.
His story is true, Your Majesty. Or at least he believes it to be.
You've been long on Arrakis. I imagine you're eager for some leave. Actually, Your Majesty, I was hoping that I could get an assignment here in the palace.
Don't you have any family? Did you play her? Accusing you, she's wearing red. It was her red dress leaving a lot of blood.
I came to say goodbye. Gosh, what's wrong? Remember the day my sisters and I found you? We had no way of knowing what we would discover. A child, held captive for years. The moment I saw it, I knew that one day you would lead our Imperium to a better future.
The princess is not princess by blood.
But I'll be back soon.
She was adopted. To say, you know, that she was found and all. To lead the Imperium.
Whatever trepidation you're feeling.
It's not trepidation. What I saw was no ordinary nightmare. You don't know Mass like I do. She's strong. Not easily handled.
That's why she was chosen.
You forget I'm the one who bonded with her since she was a child. Who deflects the Empress's interference.
Now is not the time to lose faith in a plan that has been decades in the making.
What if we've brought on the reckoning Raquel spoke of?
You forget. I'm the one that Raquel asked for as she lay dying. I shall see the burning truth.
Maybe too late.
She wanted.
She's gonna see it too
But
late.
tomorrow you must return to Seleucus Secundus. Nothing is more important than your work there. A sister on the throne, that's what we agree. And this is the marriage that makes it possible.
Not just this marriage, you know, this wedding is gonna happen. That red dress. You're the future husband. Oh. He looks sweet, but sweet to play with. Snow, you know, not sweet to marry.
Lord Pruitt Richese.
You want to do that to him, not to give him a throne? Same. Red dress, what did I say? It's gonna end badly. No!
My family calls me Ness. What do they call you?
Pro.
So what do
You
you do?
don't actually have to speak. Father says this is just a formality.
Already at this age, you're telling her to shut the fuck up. What husband you're gonna become, you? Oh, really, girl? I accept all of that only because you do. You want that, you say.
What do you have there?
Nothing.
Come on.
Your intent is to deceive.
I'm not a truthsayer.
Not yet, but I know a liar when I see one. What thing?
Again? Oh! It's a machine?
That technology is forbidden! Princess, you must step aside.
Tell me you're all
It's really like she's protecting her kid when it's her future husband.
Let this ruin our celebration.
But if your boy has that, what do you have as an adult?
Let us, for now, overlook this transgression.
For now. Thank you for your intervention.
Thank you, Nez.
Once our marriage goes through, you pull something like that again and I'll stab you myself, you little shit. Think.
Do you believe in forces that extend beyond man and machine? I don't know what I believe anymore.
Do you?
Well, then believe this. I should not be here. That attack should have killed me. The fear I felt staring down in that abyss. You know what I prayed for then?
You prayed who?
The strength to feel nothing. Next thing I know, I'm clawing my way out of this den. My lungs are screaming. And when I took my first breath, I felt reborn. Different. I was no longer afraid.
A man who is not afraid.
The gods freed me from this vice of a wedding. Consider me a true believer.
Oh no, you shouldn't have said that. He's gonna help you to stop this wedding. Oh, you're not gonna kill the kid. Please. It's a place to have fun, but I'm not sure of what kind of fun. Drinks, drugs, and sex? Yes. And we're gonna see everything. Do we need to? Not sure. Someone left you that. Smell? Ah, he was clearly not supposed to survive. Did he leave you that thing? No.
Okay. Promise. Yeah.
You're gonna kill the kid!
There you are.
He's gonna stop the wedding.
What are you doing out here all alone?
Playing! Like a 9-year-old kid!
I had a bad dream.
You want to tell me about it?
Look at his puppy eyes like...
Father says we've become far too strict about such things.
What did I say? What your dad do?
There's no war here.
Not many see it, but I do. There's a war hidden in plain sight. That has come here to do our thinking for us.
But the machine wars ended ages ago.
They did. And that is why it is so troubling that we are being controlled again.
Accepting your fate?
That is why
What would you mean?
To win a woman requires sacrifice. And yours, it won't be in vain.
It's sacrifice! You're gonna kill that kid! He just understood it. Oh, but you're not killing him like I thought you would. The burning truth. That's what she said, no? Burning truth. Oh, that poor kid burnt. Kasha? You're burning as well? The burning truth? I was right! But I was fucking joking! You would be the one to see the burning truth? I shouldn't make jokes with these shows now, like each time that I make a joke, in fact it's happening for real. I didn't believe her. The burning truth. But too late. Viens. That was a pretty good first episode. I wouldn't say that it was an amazing one, but it was a pretty good one. Why can I say that it's a pretty good one? Because for someone like me who is a total noob of that universe, of the rules of that universe, of what is going on, what is gonna happen in the future, what everyone knows that I don't know anything about, like really everything about the political situation with the houses, with everything and all. For me, who went with this show with almost a total blank page, I had the impression to understand almost everything, meaning that the introduction scene to explain what happened before with the war against the machines, all of that, it was to explain Valya's position, but at the same time it explained to me the situation of this world, and even after the time jump we had another moment of explanation to tell us what happened with the houses, with the sisterhood, their importance right now, and even that discussion between the two leaders, like that's what I mean by I didn't understand everything about everything. That discussion, I think that I didn't get the importance that it had, that deal with the wedding and all, for all of the political situation. Like I'm not sure that I understood everything that I got really, all of the parts of this deal, but they built it in a way so I could understand the two sisters, their importance, what they were doing, the fact that they were talking to each other, the fact that they were taking advices from her, and that in fact they were deciding stuff. Like really I had the impression that this first episode was a good introduction for me, for noobs, to understand this universe and the rules of this universe. Does it mean that I understood everything? No, I miss references, details and all, and for sure I miss informations, but I think that they're gonna give me these informations with time, with episodes, little by little. They're gonna give me more to process, to understand and stuff like that, so I'm okay with it. Why do I say also that it's a good episode? Because it introduces well the main character, Valya, and also the other main characters, even if I think that she's the real deal with Desmond also. Desmond Hart? Desmond or Demon? Desmond, right? Desmond Hart, Ragnar. I'm gonna have to fight. Like really, each time that he appeared on screen I was like, Ragnar. No, it's not Ragnar! It's Desmond, it's another character. And really for what you just did to that kid, I'm like, no, you're not Ragnar, for sure. I think that both of them, they are the two true main characters, and the other ones are important characters for sure. Like for example the princess Nez, but for example her brother and even her father and mother, they are secondary characters. Her maybe Nez is more important than the other ones. We have Tula also, Valya's sister. She's an important character, but for example the 4 girls, you know, the 4 sisters who are still into the academy, I don't know how to name that, the school, to be truthsayers. These 4, Emmeline, Jen, Theodosia, I miss one name. I almost have them all, you know, I have Raquela, I had a lot of them, like, oh, I miss this one. Bon. These 4, they are secondary characters. So see, we had a presentation of a lot of characters, and still I can say things about each one of them. Things about a little of their backgrounds, things about their attitudes, things about what they want to be into the future. With really a short scene, a short presentation, they really gave me stuff for each one of them, and that's pretty cool. So this first episode is good to present the rules of this universe, to present the different characters, to present the main story, the main narrative arc, the main issue that we're gonna deal with. I mean, we have different ones, but the main one, it's about that prophecy, what was seen, you know, about Nez, you know, that red dress being full of blood. I guessed that it would go with that wedding turning bad, and I guessed also earlier that the kid would die, but I didn't think that it would be like that. For sure, at the end, it means something, you know, that he burnt like that, the burning truth, and for Valya to see it, you would be the one to see the burning truth. The fact that Kasha, she died also like that, burning, even if she was not at the same place than this kid, and she was not bonded to this kid. She was bonded, she said it to Nez. But see, we had the presentation of a lot of different stories. Nez wants to be a truthsayer, who wanted to be married to that little kid because she's ambitious, she thought already about the future. Nez, who has also feelings for Karen. Nez, who is really independent and all. We have also the situation with the 4 sisters, you know, who are still students. The fact that they want to be truthsayers, how great they are and for what reason, their backgrounds and little mysteries also behind their backgrounds. We had the situation with the wedding, with that political situation, with the machines also. Again, if that boy had access and could play so easily with that toy, what his dad can do, is playing with, I'm a little afraid of that. We have that situation, we have the situation with Valya's dad not really respecting his wife's opinion, not anymore at least. It can create a conflict. He is full of doubts about the future, ready to listen to everyone and anyone in fact. For sure Kasha, but now that Kasha is not there, aha! And he just had a deep conversation with Desmond about the future, about the fact that he wanted for this wedding to be stopped, and he would believe, he would follow the one to help him. He was talking about gods, but right there it's Desmond who did it, so is he gonna follow Desmond now? At least I think that he's gonna listen to him a little more, even if he's not gonna know that Desmond did it. That discussion, clearly, we have something behind it, something deep. For sure, we have all of the situation with Desmond, the fact that he didn't die, that big mystery, what happened to him, what is happening with him burning kids like that, and what can he do, and his true intentions. Now, it's really gonna be that, the big mystery about him, in fact. It's about his true intentions. Why did he come back here? What does he want to do there? I'm thinking of a revenge thing, but against who? How? We'll see about it. And yes, we have all of that thing about the prophecy, about the Valya. We're supposed to see the truth, to protect our sisters, also the sisterhood. and to do things like that. So yes, this first episode, is pretty great. But why it's not amazing? Because it's really scholar. Like for a first episode, it's really scholar. Okay, the environments, the costumes, okay, on screen it looks great, it's good. But now we have so many good productions like that, good shows like that, that in fact we're not just impressed by good environments and good costumes and stuff like that. It's not enough anymore. Like for a show like that, I want for musics to be more present and to really give something else to the show. I want more intensity during some moments. Like I felt intensity when Valya, she killed that girl. Like clearly that moment was great. And again, when Desmond killed that kid, I felt intensity. But that was the only moment, like I want a little more. And I think that, for example, music could help during this moment. A real direction behind the musics, even the environmental musics, you know, just the sounds. It's not big things, you know, big epic musics that I want. No, I want really just a real direction behind the music, behind the sounds, you know, of this show. I want also for the camera to have a purpose. Like I love when shows like that, they are playing with the picture, with building a picture which is making sense also, which can play with the lights, the colors, the composition, the parallels, you know, where to put people. You don't have to do it during the entire episode, but at least 3 or 4 pictures which are impacting, which are symbolic, which are meaningful, which are full of sense, that are really adding something to these shows, that are really changing the thing between a good show and an amazing show. Do you understand what I mean? For now I have the impression that it was pretty good but pretty scholar. I want the little more thing which is gonna make it really an amazing show. Like, and why am I insisting on that? Because I think that it's not that far away for this show to do it. Like, it's really just a button that you have to switch. Like, just take more liberty. Like, do something a little less color. But at the same time, it's the first episode and they had to explain and to show, to present a lot of things. So maybe they had to make that first episode really scholar so they can play a little more with things with the rest of the episodes of this first season. But see, that's what I'm gonna pay attention to for the rest. Saying that, I have really the ambition to be a professor, giving lessons, you know, and advices. It's not that, but like I told you, this show, I can't judge it like fans who are gonna judge the adaptation of that universe that they love a lot on screen. I can't tell you if these towns, you know, these places, they were supposed to look like that or not. I can't tell you if they are respecting the rules of this universe for these characters to do that, to act like that. Is it logical with the chronology, with how this house is supposed to act and all of that? People from this house, they are supposed to act or stuff like that. I can't tell you that kind of things. I can judge this show and each of these episodes for really how they are made, how they are written, if it's talking to noobs like me, if the stories are logical, if the development of the characters, they are logical. I can tell you if it's well done on screen, also for the pictures, for the music, for the lights, for how it's played, for how it's directed. I can judge that kind of things, and for that kind of thing, I can tell you that this first episode is really well done, introducing me stuff really well. It's a good first episode for that kind of show, for that kind of universe, which is really complicated. I'm not feeling lost as hell, you know. Really, they are explaining stuff, but without being too much. Like, they are not taking an entire discussion between 2 characters of 5 or 6 minutes, with each of them explaining for no real reason what is happening into this world, you know, the names of everybody being repeated 5 or 6 times. No. A lot of shows and movies can do that mistake. So they are explaining stuff, but it's not too much. So yes, it's a pretty good episode for the first episode. But for the rest, they have really what they need to do an amazing show, and with really just a little change with the direction, you know, with how it's directed, to be a little more, not artistic, it's not a good word for that, but to not be so scholar. Just go a little further, you know, with the music, with good pictures on screen. Try things, you know. It's cool, it's really cool. Tell me what did you think about it? As a total noob like me, or as a fan, as an hardcore fan maybe also, please be nice with me on the comments if you're a fan or an hardcore fan. I don't know this fan base, I don't know if you're welcoming or not, I don't know if you're gonna condemn me for every mistake, because I'm gonna make a mistake, if you're gonna be open or not to have someone who doesn't know anything about this universe but who wants to learn about it. Like, I don't know, but tell me what did you think about this first episode? Was it what you wanted, what you expected, what you were waiting for also since so long? I hope that it was the case. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.